What would you say the best exercise is to lose fat?
High intensity interval training. Simple. No, see, this is where it becomes, it's quite a complex answer, but you've just got to remember some key principles with body fat. So why do we hold body fat? It serves a purpose. Keeps us warm. So in the winter, it helps us, it keeps us warm, but it's also a storage mechanism for extra energy within the body.
Okay.
So when you've got extra energy in the body, it could actually start to overwhelm your cells, and then that's what leads to things like insulin resistance, diabetes, high cholesterol, all those issues that we see quite commonly in our culture. Another thing it could potentially do is start clogging up your arteries and causing cardiovascular disease. So body fat itself and storing it is a really positive adaptation that the human body's got, but nobody wants it. Nobody wants those additional, stores of fat around their body. So this is where you've got to take it back to just real basic laws of thermodynamics, which is the amount of energies you bring into your body and the amount of energy expenditure needs to be in some form of equilibrium, or you need to increase the energy expenditure and reduce the energy intake. But what do most people do here?
Just reduce everything and then start.
Yeah, they pull their calories right down to like nothing. They push their expenditure right up, massively overdo it, and then they can't sustain it. Like they start to feel really tired, they start to have muscle aches, they start to struggle with sleep, digestion, start to get really irritable around their family, and you can't sustain that for very long. So this is where you've got to find like the bit in the middle, the balance, okay? And this is what a lot of people struggle with. And again, if you think about it, energy expenditure through exercise tends to be, for an average person, maybe 5, 10, 15% of your total energy output, which is next to nothing when you compare it to basal metabolic rate, so BMR. That's the thing that basically helps your body stay functioning, stay healthy. That's the thing that helps your body digest foods, that keeps your heart beating. Like these are all mechanisms of energy expenditure. Non-exercise activity, everybody here is neat, like going for a walk, doing what I'm doing right now, being really expressive with my hands. Like this is all neat, like talking, it's neat. So you've got maybe like 85% there of just things your body is doing naturally, increasing non-exercise activity. It's a really simple thing to do. And then you can start refining that last 5, 10, 15%.
Okay.
And it's not going to be just one exercise realistically, is it?
Yeah.
What I would say then is what we've just talked about is creating some form of balance and structure, because, and we've seen it all the time, like obviously I'm the Indian body coach on Instagram, and everybody always asks me, are you associated to the body coach? And I'm like, no, I came up with that name way before I'd even heard of the body coach. And in fact, Mark Coles helped me with that one. But what does he propose? He says, high intensity interval training. Like if you look at most of his styles of workouts, it's like jumping around and plyometrics.
Yeah, they look good stuff.
They look good, but imagine you've been sedentary for the last 3, 4, 5 years, and then you jump straight into whatever, like burpees and press ups and all that sort of stuff. And they're all really good things to do. They're all really good exercises. But if your body's not ready for it, if you haven't got the mobility, if you haven't got the strength, then you're going to get injured. So what I would say, that 5, 10, 15% where you're trying to refine your exercise, take a step back, see what your body's actually capable of doing and work towards that, strengthen those movements, look at what it's not capable of doing and get support in actually just building a foundation for your body first. Then you can start thinking, okay, what can I improve on? How can I refine this further? But simply, there's no best exercise for fat loss, and everybody needs to know that.